Good day everyone, this is my film analysis entitled Like Stars on Earth by American. Like Stars on Earth tells the story of a special child in India, 8-year-old named Ishan. The boy has a background and an attitude of being lazy, stubborn, and dishonest one. Ishan often experiencing bullying in school and outside the campus because of his differences. Confusion of alphabet is his weakness, especially the letter B, D, and Z. Writing the exact spelling of words, troubled recognizing the sounds of the alphabet. Here comes his father decided to send his son in a boarding school so he could practice of being independent, working by his own ideas, practice and stand by his own will without his mother's side. The purpose of sending him in the boarding school is to stand as an independent person, expecting him to make good grades. The parents weren't anticipate that their child were experiencing the symptoms called dyslexia. The child was more depressed and devalued when he was away by his family. Regardless the fact that Ishan had a particular disorder, he finds fastidious individual at his school that will abet him for everything regarding himself. Until his art teacher arrived and notices Ishan's symptoms. Mr. Nicombed analyzed the situation of Ishan. He asked Raja, the friend of Ishan, but then he was answered the same. He never gave up upon the boy because he truly believed that the boy has a special talents that he can expose to everyone amidst of experiencing dyslexia. Until Ishan the boy learned and practiced to read and write despite of those difficulties and mistakes. But because of those struggles, Ishan gave his best and won a competition. His teacher Nikom felt happy for his student Ishan. He was very emotional and saw that the child gave his best and striving hard in order to pass all his subjects. Teachers were surprised for Ishan's skills and uniqueness because of fighting amidst his situation or condition. The message that this movie is trying to bear is that every child has its own uniqueness and potential. They have different attitude and skills. Ishan is a special child, almost cost his soul in a harsh, uncaring school system with parents and teachers who do not understand his dilemma. A dyslexic child, but no one even recognizes the problem. They don't even identify the issue of Ishan, the cause of the illness. He became bashful and dreadfully depressed after frequent failures in his academic that even accept nor compliments what or who he is. Monitoring the student's situation every time we teach them, considering their feelings and behavior, because not all teacher or educator are perfect. They also commit mistakes regarding their teachings. We should band and unite together with our children in order to implement an effective classroom. We all have individual uniqueness or strengths, just like Ishan in the movie, who experienced dyslexia. As a future educator or teacher, we engage or implement different kinds of instructional materials, alter strategies to provide our students' needs and to produce a good product. Monitoring student situation every time we teach them, considering their feelings and behavior, because not all teacher or educator are perfect. They also commit mistakes regarding their teaching. We should bond and unite together in order to implement an effective classroom. The film specified and showed how does a teacher can act as a second parent to a child acting like their own sibling, giving their best, honing a child's unique talent without understanding. A child who owned a symptoms called dyslexia. Ishan, a kid in the most sensitive way. Unconditional teacher thus reflects himself on traditional teaching methods and his efficacy or otherwise. The story about a kid's life and relationship with his art teacher changing his life through understanding and being responsible. His teacher believes that every child has different potentials, desires, and learning styles. Nicombe assessed his pupils to manage deficiencies regarding of being dyslexic. His teacher was solved the unveiling potentials of Ishan through implementing educational psychology. The very important part of the story entitled Like Stars on Earth is that Nicombe implemented a painting competition in order to prove or discover their equal worth of his students. In conclusion to the film, it is very important or coherent to tell that Ishan's capability was due to lack of proper care of his parents, most especially by his father. Being separated from the family built his hope of getting successful work because of his teacher. And that would be all for my film analysis. Thank you everyone and stay safe.